Hey guys, so I thought I would, play Plague Inc. while also looking at all of these things. And I wanted to actually touch on a subject which was the coronavirus, which has been very interesting. So I figured why not have some fun and play it and yeah, So today actually in Plague Inc. this got banned, or it might have even been last night, but it got banned in China due to the fact that well, they're not actually 100% sure, but they feel like it could be due to the fact of the coronavirus in Wuhan. So basically we've got like that going on, and it's actually spread to a lot of countries. In my country, as far as I know, unless there has been more since, we have had, I believe it was 67 as per the report last night. Now, a lot of people don't really seem to get that the reports are, we'll go brutal because normal was too easy before. A lot of the people don't really get the fact that the reports are very, I don't know how to say this nicely, but like, they're very easily accessible, but people are not looking at them. They're just taking what the media says and going with it and getting really scared. At the moment in Australia, it's really hard to get things like toilet paper, kitty litter, even contraceptives, believe it or not, and even, get this right, buckwheat ramen. I can't find buckwheat ramen at any of my supermarkets. So I'm a little bit sad about that, but I mean, it is what it is. I love soba, so but the thing is that people are being absolutely ridiculous. So with this, we'll probably start with, that. And then we're probably going to go for these next. With buckwheat soba, like, I just eat it all the time and I can't find it, which really sucks. And people freaking out. It's like they're going for the canned food and rices because they think it's like they think it's the zombie apocalypse or something, but in actual fact it's really, really not. Like, in the last 2 months, HIV's killed way more people than Corona has. However, that doesn't disregard the fact that we should be taking it seriously. I just don't think it's at the level that people are putting it up to be. And I think that that's going to cause more issues in the future, because people such as, like, people who can't necessarily go and buy your more expensive food products, they're, going to have problems because they usually live off things like pasta and rices and all that, and now that stuff is not necessarily available. It kind of sucks because, I mean, what do they do? Lucky for me, like, I pretty much eat lentils and tofu and they seem fine, so but the real fact of the matter is, like, people going and just fighting. Like, they're just literally having fights because they can't get enough toilet paper. We actually, like, my family, we ran out of toilet paper for a day, and our friends actually traveled to the country to go find toilet paper. That's how ridiculous it was. We couldn't get toilet paper. And that's really frustrating when that happens, because you see all these people hoarding it and then there's people going without, and I mean, that sucks. People shouldn't be doing that, but they are for some reason. They think that They're all like, oh, we're gonna defend ourselves, and it's really telling, because if something like a zombie apocalypse happened, or even a war, like, people, you can see what's gonna happen, you know. I think that really a lot of people just are very, very selfish, and not just that, they're neglecting everybody around them, without even having the proper knowledge. And it's not like the knowledge isn't available, because if you want to, you can actually go to WHO's website, and they actually give you free courses on what it is, how to prevent it, and all that kind of stuff. And people should be preventing it, but they should really be having it on the same protocol as what they would a normal flu, because realistically a normal flu would, like, you know, a normal flu would have people, you know, being hygienic and all that, but they, like, people ignore the flus, you know, most of the time. Most people will just blatantly ignore it or get a flu shot and be done with it, you know. HIV, the main population ignores. Cancer, it's only really relevant to you if it's relevant to you. But for some reason, everybody's jumping on this, which, I mean, that can be both a good thing and a bad thing, as we've seen, because it's been a bad thing in the sense of, I guess, people are having to go without, and then it's a good thing in the sense of people are more aware and more cautious. But the really, really terrible thing about that is people are so cautious that they're actually discriminating against people who look like they're from China. So say you're Japanese, people are actually harassing you in other countries for being, quote, Chinese, unquote, as if, like, it comes from a Chinese person, like, as it's like they think that the race shares one immune system. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I think that with China, they've been working really hard to try and keep it contained, despite what a lot of people are claiming. And a lot of people claiming that China could have done better. I think in early days, potentially, there are doctors that they should have listened to. However, it is what it is now. And so they have to deal with that now. And they're working hard to try and rectify that, but they can only do so much because of the fact that, like, you know, there is one that I should really... I really don't want to do lethality yet. They are working hard in trying to rectify their issues that they've had in the past with it, because, I mean, it is what it is. They've got to do it somehow, you know. It's just sad though, because it's like, well, I mean, why do people deserve to get harassed for being sick? Like, no, like, it's not a person's fault. Like, the individual didn't cause anything, realistically. It's all about, like, you know, just keeping hygiene standards up and all that. I really just don't feel that it is, like, I don't feel like anybody's really been appropriate. Let's get infectivity up. We just wonder how I get you. I feel like a lot of people just decided, they've decided to take it out on people rather than educating themselves on, like, how it could have been handled better, you know? And it could have been handled better. There's lots of ways it could have been handled better. a lot of people have like even people on my Facebook. I made some like yeah, people on my Facebook have made like some pretty indecent comments. Some of them claiming like the WHO is oh no, I didn't even notice that. We got a cure starting. So they've been claiming the WHO is like basically corrupt and all of this really terrible stuff. But the fact of the matter is that like the WHO is doing what they can. I mean, this is where it gets a bit ridiculous because they've got to do like their job, but at the same time we've got people who are like claiming that they're being, I guess, biased towards certain countries, but the reality of the situation is that like, you know, they've got to do what they've got to do. Like, the world is very, like, looking after the world and all that would be very hard to please. I don't like this. I don't like this. Human civilization seems to be winning. I don't know. Maybe I got a bit cocky, just ignoring the. But yeah, it really, really does seem like a lot of people are very into just hating on the WHO at the moment and blaming them for stuff that they haven't even done. And it's kind of really sucks because it's like, well, why? Yeah, I'm gonna lose this one. I don't have enough like points or anything. But if only it did like some immunity thing, but nah. I mean, it could try one thing. No, I wanted to pause it, okay? So this is probably not gonna work, okay? But I mean, since everybody has like it now, I'm gonna like, you know, be evil and... No! Why do I not... Wait. Oh, it costs money. It used to be the other way around, I swear. That... Oh, I'm sad now. I was gonna make it lethal. Oh well. Well, I guess, good game, world. I'm going to sip my tea. Okay, so, well, I mean, that's hope. At the moment, they don't have a cure. They do know that you've got to, like, just, you know, keep yourself clean and, like, try and... Because they do know it's mucus-based. So, if you have, like, saliva when you're coughing and it lands on somebody's hand and then they wipe their eye, they can catch it that way. It's really stuff like that. However, unfortunately for some people, they tend to, like, because they're coughing and spluttering and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people think that wearing a mask will protect them, but it's actually the other way around. You should wear a mask if you're sick, because when you're coughing, your mucus is flying, essentially, and when you're sick, right, or when you're not sick and you're wearing a mask, right, it doesn't protect the mucus getting in your eyes. So yeah, maybe it could help a little bit, but more than likely you'll probably still get sick. They're saying cough into your elbow and all that kind of stuff. I just find it really interesting that a lot of people just, they seem to think that there should be a cure deployed now. They seem to think that we're going to all die. It doesn't look like that at this stage. It may well change because it is a disease or virus that's been sent to multiple countries. But, I mean, because it's been sent to multiple countries that don't have the immunity development, it potentially could get worse, but at this stage it doesn't look like it yet. Anyway, I guess that's all I would do about this. I'm thinking about doing a more in-depth, proper, formal video about it because I am studying it because I want to, like, make sure that I know what is going on, and I want to make sure that I can tell my friends and family and even, like, people online. I want to make sure that people know the actual facts and not what the media is pushing on them, because the media has been caught out with exaggerating it, which has led to a public panic. So anyway, I guess I'll leave it at that. Bye. Wait, are you serious? Are you serious? Did it not record?